which teams are making moves and which teams need to just flat out move. Your Saturday means I'm blocked.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN. Des Moines sports leader.
And that was
A
gone!
Des Moines radio group station. The following show on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Morning, Donovan. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our good friends out of Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday all across the good old US of A. We're doing our Christmas show today, so it's been a week, but we got a fun show for you to close out the week and make it a little bit better. Boy, I tell you what. We're going to have Taylor Michaels on from Jason Mitchell Outdoors. We're going to talk a little ice fishing and see what his hunting's been like. In the 8 o'clock hour, we'll have Dr. Don on. We'll see what he's been up to. We haven't had Dr. Don on in a while. In between there, we got a fishing report for you. We'll talk a little shotgun season recap. This will be the last weekend of second shotgun, and then we'll get back to archery and muzzleloader in Iowa. And in between there, we'll give some stuff away, as we always do on our big Christmas show. Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle, Iowa. It's $60 a month, 1 month free when you pay for a year. 12 by a 50 assigned spot. That's 12 feet by 50. It's huge, and that's where I keep all my stuff. They got secured gates 24/7, security cameras, discounts for multiple spots. They'll take great care of you. Locally owned and operated. Tracy, Dick, and Danielle can be reached at 515-822-1362, 515-822-1362, and just call and they'll help you find your spot. Good folks out there at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Almost said Advanced Family Dentistry there.
Well, not a bad thing too. They're some pretty good folks too.
I tell you, it's been a week, man. I haven't been this sick in years.
Well, I've never known you to be sick this bad as long as I've known you.
No, I missed the show on Wednesday, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do the show Wednesday, and yeah, it was not good. So anyway, I'm feeling better. Hey, Brant, good to see you, buddy. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's head over to the phones and talk to a really good guy. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you. We got old Mr. Taylor Michaels on the phone. Taylor, what's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Good morning, everybody.
Good to see you. First off, I want to thank you for helping us have a successful year on the Outdoor Call Radio app. Jason Mitchell Outdoors, you guys are a big part of that on fishing on Tuesdays, and I tell you, I know a lot of folks love listening to you guys every Tuesday on the app. So thanks for being part of that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys having room for us, and appreciate the listeners for sure.
Awesome. You been out hunting at all, or are you just fishing still?
You know, for me, personally, I work for Jason Mitchell Outdoors Productions, and that really occupies my time about 9 months out of the year. So hunting is a big thing for me in the fall. The September, October, November. That's pretty much exclusively what I'm doing. I guide in Montana, and for big game in the Missouri River Breaks. And so I guess when people ask me if I'm doing a lot of hunting, I'm really not doing a whole lot of hunting for myself. I've probably hunted 4 days for myself so far this year. In fact, my wife has hunted on her own more than I have, but I've been out there a lot.
Well, that's awesome. So you were in Montana. Is that Montana itself, or is that North Dakota, South Dakota?
Yeah, Montana exclusively. I only guide in for one outfit there full time in the breaks.
Did you? I was talking to some buddies of mine, and they said that Wyoming and part of Montana they had pretty bad EHD. Did you guys get hit with that?
You know, there's quite a bit of a history of EHD there in the breaks because that northeast Montana includes that whole Milk River region. And so we know what that EHD is like. For sure, but I would say I'm a North Dakotan as far as residency. With the whitetails, especially, we saw some EHD the blue tongue come through here the last couple of years pretty bad. But I think the Montana Montana's been able to fare okay, since that historic die-off on the Milk River. We've kind of been maintaining a lot.
Yeah, that stuff's no good. I mean, I know it's prevalent in the South. People down there deal with it quite a bit, and we have it in the Midwest. It'll skip every couple of years, or we'll have a little bit of it here and there. But I know we got hit hard 6, 7 years ago. I mean, it was awful. I mean, I lost 22 target bucks in just one season because it hit the farm that I was hunting on pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, that stuff's been around forever. That hemorrhagic or blue tongue, however you want to say it, it's just. I wish they could come up for a way that you could get out there and put some stuff down on the mud and stuff to mitigate the midge flies from keep biting and spreading that stuff. It'd be neat, but that's I hate to hear it happen when it does, Taylor.
Oh yeah, I got a sort of a horror story real quick on that this year. So, being a North Dakota resident, I can put in for a muzzleloader tag. It's a whitetail buck only tag. It's statewide. It's a pretty sought after tag, and for us residents, and it's a hard to get tag. And even as a resident, it took me 12 years to draw it this year.
Wow.
And it's the first time I've ever had this tag, actually. And I pretty much spend most of my time on mule deer, I'd have to say, in terms of my own personal hunting, usually archery, because that's the tag I can get every year. But after 12 years, I drew this muzzleloader tag, and I really sort of turned my dial over to whitetail. I went through my whole guide season in Montana, and I was really anxious to get back here to North Dakota. And I would say in the areas that I hunt or have familiarity with as far as the whitetail populations, there's some mature bucks. I was really excited about getting out there. I would say my experience this year and talking to the local landowners around after the fact, like I put 4 days into that tag, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but for me as a guide, I don't get a lot of time for that. So 4 days was plenty. I had high expectations. I would say there was probably a 70 or 80% die-off, just total population. And I would say it was, when you kill 80% of the herd, if you distribute that equally across all the age classes of bucks and does, 80% of the shooter bucks that's a lot of them.
Oh.
And, so it was a tough tag. I did find a mature buck that I was really, really happy with as far as that goes, but that was the only one I saw in 4 days, and I had much higher expectations than that.
Yeah, that could be really rough, I'm telling you. Need to say hi to Donovan and Brant and Jeff and Chris. Larry, I hear your Second Amendment got passed in Iowa. Congratulations, Iowa. Curtis, good morning. Russell, good morning. Brant, pheasant and wild rice soup. Tony, good morning. Chris, good morning. EHD wiped out all my hard work in 217. I'm just now getting back. Chris, I feel your pain on that. That's horrible. So, well, Taylor, at least you're in some. I've never hunted Milk River. I know Larry McCoy, who I'm with on Respect the Game TV. Larry's the media director for the Outdoor Group. I work with Larry on the TV show, but I know Larry's been out there filming several times and hunting. But that's from everything I've been told and seen on some of the editing and stuff. It's a beautiful part of the country.
Oh yeah, and I probably historically, like, I didn't grow up there to know, like, everything, like the whole build up or the whole journey to the event of how the heydays of the Milk River. But like 10 to 15 years ago, that place was top place in the country to go see. The hay fields along the Milk River, where they would just load up with hundreds of deer, and you would just you could pass on 25 or 30 open young bucks in a day. And like the outfit that I work for now had a fantastic lease that guided on there, and produced some great shows and all that. And then that blue tongue came in. It was a 90% die off after 2 years. It was like 70 or 80% the first year, and that much more the next year, and the whole thing just the bottom fell out of it. But as far as beautiful country, I would have to say, that northeast Montana, the Badlands of North Dakota, right up there with anything when it comes to, just the hunting, whether you're hunting elk, we guide elk and bighorn sheep and mule deer in the break country, along Fort Peck Lake and that rougher country there. And that's just, just my favorite place on earth.
Yeah, I know when I first started hunting 30-something years ago, there was only a few TV shows out there. Realtree was one of them, and I know Buckmasters, Jackie Bushman, and the guys from Realtree would go out there every year, and that's when I first was aware of it. But yeah, I'm a little jealous, man. That's good. Chris, Steve, good morning. Rob, Mountain Man, good to see you. Michael, good morning. Good to all see you. We're visiting with Taylor Michaels from Jason Mitchell Outdoors. How did Jason Mitchell Outdoors start?
And that's a good question. For Jason, he acquired that show, or he bought out that show from Tony Dean. Now, Tony Dean had a show running for many years. He was a South Dakotan, and he just kind of created this show that it was good storytelling, and he would travel around and kind of created a platform to have guests on the show to hunt and fish and tell their story. And Tony himself was never he didn't build up this brand to be the show wasn't about him or himself. It's just the stories that he could tell, and him and Jason just created a great relationship. And Tony was that close to the end of his career, and him and Jason was guiding fishing and waterfall hunting in Devil's Lake, North Dakota, and they created that relationship, and it was kind of decided between them that Jason was going to take over the show and essentially purchase the business from him, but Tony would kind of stay along and mentor him for a couple of years and kind of get the thing going, and then Tony died unexpectedly.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that was a bad deal, and Jason he went through with it. He stuck it out, and he really didn't have a ton of experience, with the media side of things. And so it was kind of a tall mountain for him to climb in that way. But he sort of, just kind of stuck with what he knew, the fishing and some waterfall hunting and the connections that he had in the industry already, and just limped it along for a few years. And I think, he just he put the work in and create we got a great crew now, and times have definitely evolved and changed in the media world in the career, in the lifespan of Jason Mitchell Outdoors for sure. And I would say Jason was probably going for 6 or 7 years or so before I came along, but I've been there now for 8 years. Going on, kind of going to start my 9th season with them.
Yeah.
This year. So.
Yeah. Steve said Tony was a legend. He was a good man too. I had him on the show several times over the years. Nicer. You wouldn't find a nicer guy either.
Right. Jason we talk about him all the time because he's kind of he was our hero in terms of conservation. I mean, that guy, what a kind and good soul of a human, where the stories are that if he were to see like a lame duck in the ditch, that somebody hit with their vehicle or something, he'd lock up the brakes and stop and care for it, make sure it got to water or wherever, you know what I mean? Like that kind of a guy that just looked at nature and wildlife in just kind of the way that we all did when we were children. You know what I mean? He just had this wonderful outlook on that, and just really wanted to care for the resource.
Yeah. Morning, Philip. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you, Rick. So I 7:13 this morning. You got to forgive me, Taylor. It's been a long week, man. I got hammered. I haven't been that sick in a while, so I'm just now getting my where I can talk.
Right on.
So, well, I had to crawl downstairs and upload the network twice this week, so I enjoyed. I finally got over to some of your hard water pods that you uploaded. So I was a couple weeks behind with running the programming, but man, I got to tell you, I love your stuff. I think you guys do bar none some of the best hard water fishing pods out there. I mean, What's your favorite one to do? I mean, I know Jason. I haven't talked to him in a while. Hey, tell him I said hi, by the way, will you? Because I haven't talked.
Yeah,
It's been a while since I talked to him, but I need to get him back on the radio too. Is the hard water or the open water your favorite?
That's a really good question. I mean, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm kind of an outdoor junkie in the way that whatever's going on, I'm super into.
Yeah.
So I'm never thinking that I wish I was doing something else. Whatever the season is. But I would say, I really, it comes down more so to the people, than the fish or the time of year or whatever. I think about like hard water right now. Ice fishing is a pretty young, nuance in the outdoors. Like all the advancements in technology and, suits and fish houses and all the, nuancing the, kind of the skill of ice fishing. I mean, I think our ancestors were probably catching fish through the ice to sustain themselves for a long time. I don't mean that, but, when you look at deer hunting, or open water fishing or whatever, ice fishing is more of a growing sport. And so there's some really, we get a great response and have a ton of fun talking about all the, kind of the nuancey things that are going on in the ice fishing. And there's just some really, really astute anglers, and it's really fun, for what we do to talk to guys. My favorite conversations that I have are probably not so much related to, like I said, the time of year or what's going on, but like the people that maybe are a little lesser known to the public, or just the outdoor community themselves. But we're just so fortunate to travel around and get our hands on the individuals in the fishing industry that are just a real gem. And the podcast is so great for that, where we can have a conversation with somebody and maybe, shine some light on somebody that just has a fantastic perspective or experience in a part of the world that just doesn't get enough love. And it can just, those types of things, especially in ice fishing, I think it's more so, where those are the things that really nuance us. Somebody that's locked away in a closet somewhere on a really cool body of water. Maybe they guide every day. They're not good or not at all on social media, and nobody knows who they are other than their clients. And they just have some really fantastic things figured out, somewhere. And when we catch wind of something like that, and you interview somebody like that, and then 2-3 years down the road, they're now a household name, or just more so like they're getting the love and appreciation that they deserve for all their hard work, in an industry, and they can influence a lot of people. Like, those are some of the best conversations that I have.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you know somebody that's got numbers and they're producing fish, I mean, those are some great people to visit with, because you can always learn from everybody. When I moved up to Des Moines 22 years ago, I'm originally from the St. Louis, Missouri area, and I moved up here to help start a sports station and stuff. And it was already started, but we started an outdoor show and everything there, and everything just kind of grew out of that. But I never ice fished in my life, and when people were asking me if I was going to go ice fishing, it's like, what are you talking about? And then you start driving around the country and you start seeing all these little shacks on these farm ponds and stuff. And when I first started doing it the first couple of times, I don't understand it, Taylor, but why does a crappie or a walleye or whatever taste better when it comes out of an ice hole than it does?
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that?
Oh yeah. I would say, that cold water, just ultimately, right? Like, when you catch a fish in the summertime and you clean them, and they come out of a live well or whatever it is, the first thing you do is put them in cold water anyways, right? It firms up the meat and it texturizes it properly.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more palatable. I think that has a lot to do with it, just in reality. And I think, that's a good question. I mean, I think that I would definitely agree with that, but to articulate it is a little trickier, because what I would definitely say, there's probably some fish or fish species or just some fishing on lakes like shallow dish bowl lakes that we have across the Midwest where it's shallower water and that water just heats up in the summer, right?
Yeah.
Like catching bass in the slop, and it's fun fishing, but those fish go back. It's like it's next to boiling water, so it's you wouldn't just think about bringing that fish home that way, but that same body of water with an ice cover over it, and that water cools down. That's just a bowl of ice water now, and so those panfish. I just think it comes down to handling and whatnot, and then in the end, it definitely affects the table fare.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was a water column being just more cleaner or what, but it just seems like those fillets are just firmer. They're way more firm, and they're just cleaner, and they taste. It's unbelievable what they taste. So, yeah. Good morning, Michaela. Good morning, Charles Brandt. I agree with you, Jeff. Good morning, Skippy. Good morning, buddy. Jeff, good to see you. And Tommy Allen, good to see you, buddy, out there in Ohio. Good to talk to you this morning. Appreciate you listening. Tell you what, Taylor, let me hit a real quick break. We'll pick this up when we come back on 1350 ESPN. Heading on your next adventure, looking for some snacks to take? Why not pack a snack that tastes great, gives you protein, and is easy to pack? Have you heard of Soldier Boy beef jerky? Soldier Boy jerky is slow smoked in small batches to ensure generous, tender morsels that taste outstanding. Soldier Boy beef jerky offers the following flavors: sweet heat, original, maple, or pepper flavors that will satisfy you all day in the field. Soldier Boy beef jerky is veteran-owned and proud supporters of the Canines for Warrior Foundation. They also donate good to see you, Tommy.
That are deployed serving our country. So next time you're looking for snacks from home or on your next outdoor adventure, please remember to reach for some Soldier Boy beef jerky, available at Sportsman's Warehouse. Soldier Boy beef jerky, outstanding taste that keeps you satisfied in the field. For more information, please check us out online at www.sbjerky.com.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV.
Thanks, Chris.
Iowa camping enthusiasts for
good luck with what? Getting through the show?
RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport.
I know. I'm rough this morning.
SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have.
I didn't have COVID. I don't know what I had, but I didn't. I tested negative for COVID, so I don't know if I just had the flu really bad or. That was nasty. I still ain't got a lot of. Feel like I got a half-charged battery.
Or check them out online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny.
Well, Raven, he's been a mess. Ain't been able to play with him all week. That dog's about ready to go climb the walls.
In Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christine.
Oh, I got you.
It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions.
Good luck, Tommy.
Each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas, Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online at ReveltonDistillery.com or visit them at the distillery. If
Sorry,
it's time
folks,
to
can't help it.
Or just time to sit back
Morning,
and
Richard.
unwind, well, then it's time for a Revelton moment.
When you're getting ready to outfit your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in Ankeny that's your one-stop outdoor shop.
See what the temps
That's
are next week?
Sportsman's
Like
Warehouse.
single digits?
The Sportsman's Warehouse has everything you need from fishing, hunting, firearms, and camping gear that will make any outdoor trip a success. Sportsman's Warehouse carries nationally known brands that have been tried and proven in the field and on the water. Smokers and grills that will cook all your meat easy to prepare. Kayaks and boat gear are also on hand to help you find more fish when you go wet alive. Sportsman's Warehouse has all the footwear and clothing choices at great prices that will make sure you are outdoors in comfort and style. If you're traveling, you can also go shop 24/7 at sportsmanswarehouse.com. So next time you're planning your next outdoor adventure, make sure that you check out Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cart.
Thank you, Chris.
Located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here. We've got a nice selection of new and used golf carts. We're a pub car dealer, so we've got a nice selection of new onward cars, as well as a good mix of utility carts as well. We've got a number of pre-owned golf carts in all types of price ranges. Available with fancy wheels, stereo. We've got it here at Speed's Golf Carts. Let the folks at Speed's handle your golf cart needs. Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan.
I'm just not feeling good, Richard.
Sports Leader, 1350
Thank you.
ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Taylor Michaels from Jason Mitchell Outdoors, and we're just talking a little outdoor stuff. So, Taylor, how long is have you guys have hard water out there? Has it been a couple weeks now, or where are you at on your fishing?
Yeah, so that's first ice season is always all over the board. We started going in some areas, that's upper Midwest. Just after Thanksgiving, really. And we talk to a lot of guys up in Manitoba and stuff too, so they're always going a touch earlier than us. But there's been some decent fishing, some worthwhile fishing for a couple of weeks now. Red Lake up in northern Minnesota, that's another sort of capital first ice destination for walleyes for a lot of people.
I fish Red. It's a good lake.
Yeah, and but that first ice around here, it's I don't know, for whatever reason, I was having a really cool conversation with a Canadian friend of mine, and he had an interesting point about early ice. When you look at the Midwest and beyond, it's like there's something about us Minnesota, or the Midwesterners, especially that Minnesota crew, where it's seemingly such a badge of honor to get on the ice first. But realistically, if you look at most of the Midwest, we have a long enough ice season that we, as far as ice safety, it'd be better if we probably just waited a little bit. It's just almost kind of comical. Everybody else just laughs at us for how, there's 2 inches, 2.5 inches. I can walk out somewhere, but yeah, it's right now we've had some cold weather, so most everything around here, especially the smaller and intermediate bodies of water, are for sure in good condition. There's definitely, like on Devil's Lake or, some of the bigger bodies of water, there's still some areas that we're probably taking a look at anywhere that there's moving water or whatever. But yeah, I would say, ice thickness is just fine out there. In most places it's over a foot, up in, that's northern North Dakota, northern Minnesota region.
Yeah.
And so the fishing is good that way. But with this weather that we're having, or that we've had this week, the conditions are kind of goofy out there. So guys in track machines, it's not so simple to get around. So guys in track machines are probably doing the best, things like that.
Yeah, I talked to a couple buddies of mine up in Deer River, Minnesota, up by Lake Winnebagosh, and they've had, several inches. They've had ATV safe ice for, I bet a couple weeks now, and I think they're just starting to open up to trucks and stuff out there. They've had their ice shacks out there, for a couple weeks as well, but they said the fishing's been phenomenal, and they're already spearing. They're doing those big northerns out there with the spears and stuff, and he's already sent me several videos of them guys doing that.
Oh yeah, that first ice, it's kind of these transition times of the year, like in the Midwest here, we have the seasons, right? We have all 4 seasons, and we go through it. And so, that first ice is it's so anticipated because, realistically with hunting season, or if you're not a hunter, I don't know what that's like, but if you're not a hunter and you're a fair weather fisherman, you probably put your boats away, at the end of August or September, whenever the kids went back to school and sports started up or whatever. And so by the time there's ice, there's a lot of that pent up demand. Everybody's excited to get out there and just knock the rust off a little bit, just get a little bit of fishing. And so I think, for most people, the anticipation of just getting out there and doing it, maybe you got a few new pieces of gear you want to get started on, but as far as really sinking your teeth into the season and, kind of really getting a grasp on where things are happening and where some, where some of the real goals are being met, is still kind of ahead of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, let me know if you ever need any broadheads or anything like that. I sent Jason a little goodie box last year, and if you need something, let me know. I mean, I really appreciate you guys, and if you ever need anything, I'll send you a little care package.
Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely be in touch. And it took me so long to draw that muzzleloader tag. I should have probably been in touch with you just to kind of get my thought process lined up on this whole whitetail deal. But I was guiding and it was busy, and so I kind of ended up behind the 8 ball. And after the fact, I was real happy with that hunt, like I said, but I should have definitely tapped into my whitetail resources a little bit more to kind of be more prepared for that. But
yeah, well, I think
I was thinking about you after the fact.
Yeah, I think you did fine. You probably did better than what I would tell you to do, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, it's a good hunt, and just freelancing on public land, but yeah, no, I think a lot of my mule deer buddies were laughing at me that I was struggling chasing my tail for a whitetail.
Yeah.
But no, man, in the end, it was a good hunt to find a mature deer, but yeah, that whole blue tongue deal is definitely going to be an interesting conversation until we can get a little bit more knowledge on it.
Yeah. Now listen, Larry's the good. Larry, I don't understand how he does it, but he goes somewhere. I know 3 or 4 times now he went out and filmed a show, and he was done the first set, and it's like I just tell him I hate him. He came up here, we share a lease together, and him and Ryan came up, and he called me about 4 hours after he left the house because they usually stay with me. And he goes, "Hey, we're done." I said, "You're not either." He goes, "Yeah, come on. Can you bring the 4-wheeler down?" I said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "I really hate you."
I think about that a lot. I guide. I've been through a bunch of situations with a lot of people, and I think a lot of that when you see guys have that consistent, success, almost unrealistic success. I typically see it's kind of how they live. Look at he probably strategically before hunting season, spends a little time volunteering and at the church or makes a few extra donations over here and probably starts living a little better. It's usually nothing to do with the hunting because that's all luck.
Yeah. Well, he's a good hunter. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from Larry and Philip over the years. So Philip Vanderpool, but they I got lucky. I tagged out in Iowa second set and Kansas the second set this year. So, normally I'm hanging out there till the second or third week before season's over. But it's my own fault. I just love. I don't know if you've ever decoyed deer or not, Taylor, but I just love decoying deer in the rut. And I just can't get enough of it. So sometimes I pass deer I shouldn't pass.
Yeah. I'm with you. That decoying, that's a whole nother conversation we could go forever on because I have questions about that. My experience, with elk, I've decoyed. I mean, hunting elk in the rut is a whole thing, and decoying is very effective in my strategy there. And I was baptized into whitetail hunting, and I've gotten bit by this western big game bug, and so I'm real big into the mule deer thing and figuring that stuff out and finding new areas. And it's a lot of public land, open country that I'm hunting. And the whitetails have kind of been on the back burner for me, but I've read some phenomenal articles in recent years revolving around, how we're nuancing the calling tactics and, sometimes the two-man setups, things that we do like in the elk woods, as far as getting opportunities at big mature deer, whitetail deer with calling and decoying tactics. And I've definitely, you can ask Jason, the last couple of years, we've had some late night road trips where we spent a lot of time talking about it. I just don't have the actual experience yet, but that's definitely something that I might pick your brain about down the road.
Well, hey, you can call me anytime, buddy. Anytime I can help you. Because I told Jason I'm going to have him on this spring and stuff to talk walleye fishing. So I just got to get in around where he's not too super busy. But hey, tell everybody where they can find Jason Mitchell Outdoors.
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and Instagram, Jason Mitchell Outdoors. On YouTube, all of our content, I would say most of it, we've got our television programming, but our YouTube pages, our content goes out on our YouTube pages of more timely, and it's a great place. Jason Mitchell Outdoors on YouTube, as well as Passion for the Hunt. We do, I believe it's third quarter on our programming. We have our hunting, and that's big game and small, kind of the whole smattering of everything that we have around here. And YouTube, Facebook, Instagram to keep on the up and up. We're always on there. Our crew is always on there, just about every day, because that's just what we do. We're not, we're just a bunch of outdoorsmen that just also have social media, and so we're always out there. There's always something on there. It's timely. It's good stuff.
Yeah, you do a good job, so that's for sure. Well, listen, have a good rest of your holiday. I know Christmas is next week. Can't believe that already, but I'll get back in with you here in a couple months and see how you guys are doing. And if you need anything, please let me know, and I'll stay in touch as well.
Right on, man. Well, thanks for the time.
No, thank you, man. I enjoyed the conversation this morning, and please tell everybody thank you and Merry Christmas for us. And if you guys need anything, just let me know.
Right on, man. Right back at you.
Thank you, Taylor. Have a wonderful week.
You too.
Thank you. There he goes, Taylor Michaels, Jason Mitchell Outdoors. Fine fella right there. Fishing Dave, good to see you, Chris. How you doing? Jed, John, good to see you as well. And make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sorry, Lori, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you for listening. Appreciate that. Good fine fellers right there. I really enjoy those guys and you can hear them every Tuesday on the Outdoor Call Radio app. We always have at least one or two episodes on playing every Tuesday. So it is 7:37 and some change. I tell you what, if you want to call Andrew, it's the Christmas show. We're going to do a little Christmas giveaway. So 244-1350, 244-1350. If you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, give me a call, and we'll see about giving you something for the holidays. We'll be right back on the 1350 ESPN.
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty
Good morning,
snacks,
Rick.
Daryl
Good to
does
see you.
a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times.
Yeah,
Do you
can I
live in
get
an
your
area
name
that
real
you
quick?
want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet?
Mark,
No
let me
worries.
see if
Call
I can
Chris
get
at
you
Pet
on
Stop
here in
of Des
just a
Moines.
little bit.
Chris Stoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets
Outdoor
safe
Call
for
Radio.
over 19 years. A Pet Stop system will not only keep your pet from leaving your
Yes,
desired
can I get your
area
name?
outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home.
Can you spell that
The Pet
last name
Stop
for me?
system is underground, keeping keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app
And then,
on your phone,
just
you
your
can
phone number?
customize the PetStop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking
Perfect.
great, call 515-975-2121
Once we get out of the break, we'll be right to you here,
or
Tina.
go online at petstop.com.
We just got about 3 minutes and we'll be right there.
And Raven approved.
Yeah.
When it comes to archery,
So-
nothing is more
Oh, he's
important
back?
than making sure your arrows are
He
flying
wasn't
the way you
angry.
need them to. That's why
Well, he
Pine
will
Ridge
be.
Archery makes some of the straightest and quietest veins on the market.
But
the
he
nitro
just went,
veins are
"Where's the
designed
shot?"
to fly straight and quiet. They also have
Okay,
well
what-
pockets in the
what do
base of the
you- what do
vein
you
to
want with the
secure the
Christmas?
vein to your arrow like no
I
other.
want a
Pine
gun.
Ridge Archery Products
Oh.
is more than veins.
Okay.
They offer gear like the Quick
Like
Stand to
he's
keep your bow ready at all times when you're hunting from the ground. Pine Ridge Archery
not,
makes all these
not the most
products
subtle
in the
guy,
U.S.
is he?
and will always help your
I mean,
animals. Pine
I
Ridge
don't
has
understand how he
everything
hasn't
you
figured
need
that
to
out yet.
outfit your bow, from loops to servings, peeps,
Yeah.
stabilizers, and glue. They have it all at Pine Ridge. You'll find all these products at Sportsman's Warehouse stores nationwide or at your favorite archery shop near you. For more information, please go to PineRidgeArchery.com. That's www.PineRidgeArchery.com.
What's everybody up to this weekend?
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has
Who's
been
number
helping
two?
folks on their adventures for over 40 years.
Tina?
Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk hunting, chasing moose or whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing in sub-zero weather, Itasca Footwear will provide you not only
Everybody ready for that 5-6 degree weather next week?
Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family.
Definitely get some ice fishing in next week.
Comfort and fit that you look for in footwear, so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca Footwear, trusted by millions of customers at most major and family-owned retails. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.itascabrands.com. Itasca Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping
I
supplies.
feel like somebody's hit me with a 40-pound bag of flour.
Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate.
Need a haircut.
If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're
You know it's bad when the dog looks at you and just sits there and says, "I'm sorry, Dad."
At dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Packs. They will keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold
There
temperatures.
you go,
4
Brad.
times longer than what a
That's a
bag of
good
ice
thing.
can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Let's head over to the phones. We've got a bunch of calls lined up. Let's see. I think Tina is number one. Hi, Tina. What's going on this morning?
Hi, Dan. It's Mike Rain's better half.
Mike Rain's better half.
Yeah.
Did he tell you to say that?
No, it was my own thought.
Well, you know he's not going to argue with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. How's Sunny?
Exactly.
How's Sunny? You seen Sunny lately?
I saw her a couple of weeks ago.
Did you see that brine tub that she got at the Olive Tap? Did she show you that?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
No.
I was out at the store buying some olive oil a couple weeks ago, and she showed me that brine tub. And basically, it's like a foldable, collapsible tub that's got a built-in cutting board. And I'm telling you what, for anybody that likes to go do a lot of grilling or smoking and stuff like that for some good meats, and to have a good brine station or a marinade station, man, that would be a perfect Christmas gift for somebody at the Olive Tap.
Absolutely. I hope Mike's not hearing this part of the conversation. I might have to run over there and get it.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely think he'd be happy with it. I that was one of the neat. I told her that's one of the neatest things I've seen. So, we
It
are
does have
we
a lot of good stuff.
yeah. So you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, right?
I have not.
All right. So of all of Santa's reindeer, which one would I probably be the least one to fling an arrow at?
Dancer, Prancer,
Well, think about the one that usually leads the way.
Rudolph.
Yeah, I just couldn't shoot an arrow at a reindeer that had a shiny nose. I mean, I don't know if it wouldn't even be a. I mean, how would you mount him? You know, it'd be lighting up the
Exactly.
it wouldn't be fair. So,
Yeah,
well,
his nose might burn out.
yeah, absolutely, yeah, and that cost you a fortune putting LEDs in there all the time. So, we're gonna give you a box of Lotta Pop popcorn and how about a pair of diamond earrings from Herman's Fine Jewelers.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay, now we'll call you back after the show. Okay, now the popcorn you're going to be able to pick up at the station.
Okay.
The earrings you're going to need to go to Herman's, but Andrew will call you after the show. Okay.
Sounds great. Thanks, Dan. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. Tell everybody I said hi.
I will do it.
There you go. There you go. Mike Rain's better half. That's what she said. She said it. I heard her. She said it. I like them guys. They're good people. They are good people. Yeah. That was an easy question, Andrew. It's Christmas though, you know.
You gotta give some watermelons there.
Huh? Easy ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Well, you got it. It's Christmas. You can't make it too hard on Christmas.
No, we just posted. Larry just now coming back from Mississippi. He's been down at Yazoo, Mississippi, down at the Backwoods Attraction testing grounds, filming. I know he shot another couple deer. I know he got a doe, and I think he got another buck. And then Cody and Chris and Keith all shot deer. So I think he just got back home yesterday. But I put a thing on Facebook. We're gonna start loading up contests for that $4,500 deer hunt to Triple H Outfitters, and we're gonna have a brand new bow we'll give away, and let's see, what else do I have in there? Game Hide clothing package, a shoulder mount from Jones Brothers Taxidermy. It's gonna be a really nice package. I need Larry to build me a landing page. Good morning, Hank. Good to see you down there at Revelton, buddy. Larry's going to build me a landing page so you can go onto the Outdoor Call Radio app and sign up, and then we'll draw. Well, good morning, East Coast Trev. Trev, I got to talk to you about that Sea Duck giveaway. I'm ready for it, but we need to do some stuff about that. I haven't forgot about that, pal. Oh, East Coast Trev. That's he owns the Outdoor Drive podcast. You talk about a bearded wonder, man. That guy is such a fun-loving. The guy's always laughing and smiling, and he loves the outdoors. Trevor's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. He really is. So anyway, I'll let you know about the Triple H deal as soon as Larry gets caught back up. He said he had like 5,000 emails he had to get to. Well, he's popular. You know how it is. That poor guy running 9 different companies.
Yeah.
You know,
That's always
9
tough.
brands. That's a lot of work for him. So.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of work for anybody.
Well, yeah, I couldn't do it. I got enough trouble just doing the radio shows.
Yeah, we just got enough trouble in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got Raven.
Yeah.
There's not much trouble, though.
Yeah. Morning, Dr. Don. Talk to you here in a minute. About 12, 13 minutes.
Speaking of trouble.
Yeah, Dr. Don, he's not trouble. He keeps people out of trouble.
Yeah, he does.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to ask him how his podcast show's doing, because I want to start running that here soon.
I would definitely be on board listening to that.
Well, it's a nice thing to do on Sundays.
Well, I mean, his voice is already soothing as it is.
Trevor's chasing ducks. Have fun chasing ducks, Trev. Those poor ducks.
I don't know if you'd win in a duck chase.
I couldn't do it.
No. By the way, I had a question.
Yeah?
Since Tina won the diamond earrings, does that mean she's getting them for her husband?
Oh, I'm sure I don't know. She can do whatever she wants with them.
I think it's the Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So you're giving them to him to give back to you?
I don't want them.
I mean, that'd be a boss move right there. Just like, hey, I know what I want. You're getting me what I want.
Oh, I thought you said they were going to give them to me.
No, I give them to Mike.
Morning, John. No, she can do whatever she wants.
What do you wear them?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's between her and Mike. I don't get in other people's business. The 2023 hunting and fishing licenses are now on sale. I'll tell you more about that when we come back on 1350 ESPN.
When you go big game hunting, do you go the extra step and try to stay undetected and lethal? Well, Lethal Products can help you do that every trip. It starts by washing your clothes with the Lethal Products scent-free detergents, providing a layer of protection to avoid your noses. The next step is taking a scent-free shower, using Lethal shampoo and body wash and deodorant.
That helps you build. I mean, it's basically.
Well, that's who I got my website with.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's probably it.
Your encounters will go way up while hunting big game.
Then you probably already have an account set
Lethal
up.
Products also feature field body wipes that you can use to wipe
What do
down
you want
after
to?
walking
What are you
into
building a
tree
landing
or
page or something?
So I can help with the landing page or whatever you need.
Lethal Products also provides protection from little pests like ticks and
We're gonna do
mosquitoes
that.
with their bug and
We're gonna
tick
promote
repellent.
that on the radio and the
Lethal
TV
Products is a
show.
hunting system you can count on.
So
For
I'm
more
letting him
information
do
on
it.
Lethal
Yep,
Products,
all
just go to lethalproducts.com.
I don't know how to do
That's
that stuff.
lethalproducts.com.
Yeah, well, it's just
Or Archery Field and Sports in Altoona.
Yeah, I
Lethal
kind of.
Products will help you be
I started up
Tacticam has launched the
helping out
best-in-class
with that
cellular
on
trail
the
camera,
baseball
the
side
number
of
one
things,
selling
and so-
action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the
I bought the last bottle of Robitussin in Iowa.
You can receive pictures
Really?
in almost real
How
time
do you know
right through
that?
your app.
I went to 2 different stores and there was 1 bottle left on the shelf. It's like, where's all the cold medicine at?
There's
Every,
Verizon and AT&T plans available.
There's an
24-inch
antibiotic.
LCD screen,
Yeah, there's
adjustable
like
night
an antibiotic
illumination, and
shortage
data
too.
plans
well, that's not an
starting as low as
antibiotic. I
$5
mean,
a
it's
month.
just.
I know, but it's just like
Allows you to set up
there's
your camera,
like
add
medical
cameras,
field is
view and
having that
organize
shortage now
pictures, and
because
much more.
we
Again,
did the
plans
same
starting as
thing
low as $5 a
yesterday.
month. The new
It's
Reveal
pitiful when you got to stock up on cold medicine.
and most importantly,
That's crazy.
helps you start
Crazy talk, I
educating
tell
your
you.
game.
Went through 4 different pharmacies
For more info.
To get antibiotics.
to get antibiotics.
Hey
Well, I
guys,
know the
Outdoors
kid
Dan
stuff's
here.
is
We've got a
low because the
message
kids all that
now for
RSVP or whatever.
RSV.
We
Yeah,
have
it's
a
just
chat.
like
You ever
there's
thought
been
about
a
letting your vehicle do the promotion while you're out
huge
driving
national
around town?
shortage, and
If you haven't, let's talk a little bit about Chase Decals in
Yeah, it
Ames,
sucks.
Iowa, and what they can do for you. I just got my truck wrapped up at Chase Decals in Ames, and they did an amazing job. Josh, Bob, and the staff took the time to find out exactly what my needs were, what my goals were going to be, and they went to work designing a wrap that just pops off my ZR7. Now, wherever I go, folks will be talking about the Outdoor Call Radio Network. If you need help getting your message out or showing people
What is
what
that?
exactly your business does, I want you to pick up the phone and call Josh at
it's
515-292-6466.
Marvel,
That's
the Guardians of the Galaxy thing that they did like a little
515-292-6466.
Christmas
Or
special.
go online to
And this is part of it.
chasedecals.com and start planning your campaign today.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling,
That's crazy.
you probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great
So
tasting
we lost
snacks.
a Christmas
High
show
Mountain
or a
Seasonings
cooking
has
show.
everything you need to help you make some of the best
He's going to
tasting
Argentina
sausage,
to open up
sticks,
a
or
culinary
jerky
school.
around. High Mountain
So no
Seasonings
more black
offers simple,
from the
easy
back
to use
burner.
kits that are used at home, including 3 new low-sodium blends that will produce wild game
Argentina.
snacks your family will love.
What?
High
I didn't
Mountain
know that
Seasonings
was a
makes grilling steaks or
lucrative
smoking your favorite meats
business
taste
there.
even better with their specialty spices.
There's a lot of big wineries and stuff down there.
For deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just
Shows how
introduced
much I know.
taco and fajita blends
He's
that
going
are
to be
spicing up
he's
kitchens
going to
and
open up a
grills all
culinary
across
school
the
and a
country.
game. He's going to be a
Look for High
gamekeeper.
Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your favorite
It's-
grilling retailer. Or
it's
go
beautiful
to
down there.
HIMTNJerky.com for recipes.
You
and
can
to
live
find
like
the
a king
closest
down there
store
for
near
20
you.
grand a year.
High Mountain Seasonings has
Oh, I
everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after. Whether you call
And
it
it doesn't snow very much,
or a slab,
depending on where you are.
love to chase
Well,
after
Patagonia and all that stuff down there. It's a beautiful country.
Crappie.com are waiting to help you limit out your next fishing trip.
Just
Whether you
amazing
dip,
all the
troll, or cast
convenience and
for 'em,
technology,
PureCrappie.com
what that
has the bait,
gives.
tackle, and
Larry and them
apparel
guys have been red stag hunting down there.
So before you head
In Argentina?
Yeah.
head on over
Really?
to
Yeah.
PureCrappie.com.
Yeah, I got invited to go a couple times. It's just I don't want to travel all the way down there.
Hey America,
I don't want to be in a country where I can't speak the language, and that's a long way away from home.
yeah. Lots of goodness, thick and rich.
All right, right after this.
When you barbecue, try cookies, barbecue sauce for a treat. Cookies, barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce America loves to eat.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. 2023 hunting and fishing licenses are now on sale. What a great little stocking stuffer. If you're out looking for little last-minute Christmas gifts, everybody that loves to go hunting and fishing would appreciate that. Non-resident licenses will go on sale starting January 1st. You can go online and do it at GoOutdoorsIowa.com or a local licensee vendor. License purchase for 22 license will expire on January 10th, 2023 for residents and non-residents. So I always told the kids, I got a lifetime hunting and fishing permit for being a disabled vet now. So finally, I got that squared away, which I thought that was very nice of Iowa to do. Thank you for taking care of the vets. Yeah, I mean, that's a very inexpensive little stocking stuffer that people will use all year. So there you go. Don't forget, you still can take your deer down to the Milo Locker. We still got a lot of deer hunting left before the season closes on the 10th. They take advantage of that gear for your deer at home contest. We're giving away a pair of diamond earrings plus a big hunting package, and they'll draw the winners for that at the close of deer season. So you still got time to do that. And let's see. I think I'm all caught up. So can you believe that? We actually got everything in the first hour. Hey, John Calhoun. Do what?
I like it.
Can't believe Trevor's out sea duck hunting. Good for him. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Let's see. I think we got everything ready. I wonder what O'Don wants to talk about today.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get some earrings.
Dr. Don?
Yeah.
I don't know if he would take earrings.
No.
He's not. Actually, he's a partner on the show, so he can't win.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
But theoretically, maybe that's something we should ask him.
No. I'm not even going to open that can of worms. Not even going to do it. So. Not even going to do it. So we got. I got the fishing reports to give you when we get back after talking with Dr. Don, and then we'll see. I don't know if Smelter's coming on today or not. I think he is. So. Yep. I think we're good. So we'll do all that when we come back. Be right back on 1350 ESPN.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new.
So sorry about Wednesday. I was a little under the weather. So we will do a Wednesday drive. Next week, we'll probably do a best of since it's Christmas. That way Andrew can stay home with those little kitties. And I can sit home and watch Raven chase deer or whatever. So we'll have a live show on Wednesday.
Setup techniques and our experts at personally fitting you to the bow you want. They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the upcoming seasons that'll help you fill your tags. Archery Field and Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bed It Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top.
Why is he watching me duck
a little
hunting?
bow on top of this great present of peppermint
It must have
chip
been on the
goodness.
blind.
It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN.
Ready to go?
Sports leader. And that was gone! Des Moines Radio Group Station.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the Shootability Challenge test? They got the new Omnia, the new Era. That's that new carbon bow that came out a couple weeks ago. There's a couple bows out there for you to check, take advantage of. Go down to Archery Field and Sports or your nearest Elite dealer, wherever you're listening at. And I know our buddy Sean over in Illinois is listening, and Lots Outdoors, they're an Elite dealer out there. And we got people all over the country. We got the boys at Pure Whitetail in Ohio listening. So they've got the new carbon Era. And if you I can't accept that. Yeah. Hang on. Hey, I just was trying to call you during the break and tell you have a nice duck hunt and be safe. No, you're good. I'll talk to you after a while. Thank you. Bye-bye. That was Trevor. I called him during the break. He's sea duck hunting on the East Coast. See what he's up to. So go check out your nearest Elite dealer, and you'll be pretty impressed. That either which way you go, if you're looking for a new bow, you'll be pretty happy. That Omnia is pretty special. I'm telling you, it is one of the fastest bows that Elite's ever put out. And that new Era, I've never really had a carbon bow before, but this will probably be one I will shoot. And everything I've heard on it's been just positive. So. Larry was down there bow hunting in Mississippi with his, so he says it's one of the few bows that he's ever shot that he loved that Omnia. He was raving about that Omnia all summer. I mean, he shot several deer with that. As soon as that Era came out and he got it, he switched over. So that should tell you something right there. Speaking of switching over, let's go switch over and see what our buddy Dr. Don from New Life Counseling Center is up to. What are you doing, Dr. Don?
Well, I'm just trying to stay indoors and stay warm.
You know, I was thinking about you. How'd your football season go?
Not great, but it wasn't. But we ended with a glorious win over Iowa, so there you go.
Yeah, Nebraska, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Did you get a new coach, or did something happen there?
Yeah, they fired the old coach. We had an interim coach, and then they hired a coach at the end of the season.
Well, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think there's not much I can do about it.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're a big diehard fan. I mean, were you upset? Were you happy about that?
No, I think they should have fired the last coach last season.
Yeah.
And they kept him on. And, yeah, it was not good. The interim coach actually did a pretty good job, but they got a new whole coach, and Matt Rule, and I think it's going to be a good season. He's already started out with some good recruiting, so, got a new philosophy.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Are you? So, in other words, you're still going to keep your season tickets?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I was just checking on you. So
always optimistic.
Yeah. Well, no, that's all right. And you're asking the next question, which is always important.
Always.
Always.
How about you?
I always ask the next question, but it always gets me in trouble.
Well, you're not maybe asking the best question then.
You know, I'm sorry. I just didn't you tell me that there was the key to communication was talking and asking questions?
Well, yeah, but you got to ask the right kind of question.
Oh, brother, I'm sure. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm just maybe I need to reevaluate my questioning skills.
Maybe so. I can give you some pointers, and I can point you to a couple books to read.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just give me the Crib Notes version and email it to me.
I don't think it works that way. Great questions are dependent upon the circumstance, you know?
Yeah, well, you know me.
You don't ask the same questions of a deer to a turkey, do you?
Oh, every time, all the time. Absolutely.
Well, when's the last time you got a turkey then?
This year. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, this
you
year.
asking the same questions, huh?
Yeah, yep. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Okay. Yep. Cluck, cluck, cluck. It's pretty much the same thing. Hey, did you, how are you doing on your series? Are we going to be able to start that next month?
Oh, boy. I've been so busy. We're working on it. We've got some music in the background. We're scripting out some more of them, so we should be.
Well, I don't want to put you on. I mean, we're only 2 weeks out, so I mean, is that something I should look for in February then?
Probably.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Now, how's the clinics doing? I mean, I know we're in a major health crisis in this country right now. I mean, especially the mental health stuff. You know what I don't understand is we got a lot of folks struggling, and the holidays just. What's that word I was going to use? Exacerbate. There you go. That's a nice word for it. Yeah, exacerbate. Yeah, they usually it makes things worse this time of year because people put more stress on them for the holidays and with the economy and everything else going on. I mean, it's just it's a crazy time of year, and I don't mean to use that in a lightly tone, but it just adds to people's stress, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody is going to be happy at this time of year. You've got seasonal depression. You've got monetary issues, and we're 2.5, almost 3 years out from COVID. That has really had an impact on a lot of people. So, yeah, I would say there's a lot of people who struggle during Christmas time and holiday season, and then you have expectations that don't get met. You have expectations from childhood that you're trying to, maybe protect your kids from. And, sometimes you can't do that, particularly when you have inflation and the cost of living is what it is.
Yeah.
Brings out a lot of stress and anxiety for people.
Well, I just wish that I wish there was something we could do to get more people into the. Is there still like a crisis shortage for counselors?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody that is any good at counseling at this particular point has a license is going to be pretty full. I mean, I have waiting lists on all my clients in terms of my counselors. So I've got 2 new therapists that will be starting in January, and I'll have another 2 probably by the end of the summer of next year as well. So, we're struggling to keep up, just like most everybody else in this business. And there's a lot of people who don't have the insurance. The insurance doesn't pay, and so there's a lot of people who fall through the cracks and end up going to ERs. So yeah, there's a crisis still, particularly in the rural communities where there's not a lot of people who live in those areas that have the degrees or have the background. Telehealth has helped, but again, those are slow things to change in terms of reaching out into the rural communities.
Yeah. Well, I know the veteran community has been really hit harder and harder and harder, and it just seems like there's more services and stuff allocated to different things instead of some of the veterans programs. And you take the homeless community, and that's getting out of hand all over the country. I mean, I don't understand why we're not seeing more focus from leaders on some of this stuff.
Well, that is the question. Where is the government, federally and state, where are they spending the money? We continue, as a Mental Health Counselors Association, we continue to lobby every year. We have a day on the Hill every year where we talk to all the state legislatures and House of Representatives and Congress people to enact laws that are helpful and to free up money for mental health counseling. You know, Polk County and the surrounding areas are pretty good, but when you get out into, you know, out of the 99 counties, there's probably 9 to 10 counties that do pretty good with the money part. But the rural communities just don't have the money to support the mental health. So it's required state legislatures or the federal government. I mean, the thing that we struggle with is they've changed some of the rules at the DOJ in terms of helping veterans. And there's a lot of veterans that can't get in or don't have the proper counselors or the effective counselors or enough counselors in the VA to really help with some of the need of the veterans community. And then, of course, you have those vets that are homeless and don't have proper medication or proper care. And sometimes those are the harder people to reach and work with. But there's a lot of need, and we just need to be proactive in contacting our state legislators and encouraging them to put more money into the mental health field.
Yeah. Well, I know it's a crisis not just here in Iowa, but all over the country, and there's a lot of folks that struggle during the holidays as it is, and then you take people worrying about where they don't have their can't pay their utility bills or can't pay their mortgage, and things are better. Things aren't like dire bad out there right now, but they're definitely worse than they were 4 or 5 years ago. That's for sure. And I talk to my friends all the time. It's just like, utilities and stuff. I think I paid a $300 electric bill the other day, because of budget billing and stuff being behind. The cost of everything's going up. So, I mean, that's affecting everybody. So, we want to make sure that those resources are out there. And I know you guys are doing a great job at New Life, but if someone needs somewhere, if you're not around, or if it's after hours, what's a good resource for them to get a hold of, Don?
Well, if you're in the Des Moines area, and they are after hours where most clinics, most of us are home in bed or home with our families, we encourage people. There's Lutheran Hospital or Broadlawns. Broadlawns actually has a really good mental health facility. It's been brand new about 5-6 years ago. And I tell people Broadlawns has a lot of really good, and they have a lot of resources because they get a lot of money from the community, the resourcing community, and the gambling community. So that's one good thing that we have done in Polk County area. So if they live in Polk County, that's where we tell people to go after hours is go to Broadlawns. They have a 24-hour assessment center.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually Gary. That's actually exciting news.
The Des Moines Police also have a crisis team that, if there's mental health or something like that, particularly for even for vets and homeless, they have a 24-hour crisis team that goes out and handles them. And there are people there that are on that crisis team that are trained in mental health. So that's another resource that's out there that's paid for by our good friends in the gambling community. And so those are a couple things in Polk County. Now, not every county has that ability, right? So therein lies the issue of the rural community issue.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where you get into the rural areas. That's why churches and stuff are so important, because they tend to have support systems for people in the community that they can go that are free, or if they need somebody to talk to. I think I was talking to some people last week. I said, Jenny always calls me an old. She goes, "You're old." She says I'm old. And I am getting old, but, I just remember, I'm glad I grew up when I did, because, if you had, you could always, people just, you could always go talk to your neighbors or your buddies down the street when when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s. You don't see that anymore. People just kind of tend to stay on their side of the driveway, and you don't see that people looking over the fence talking to their neighbors as much as they used to. I wish we'd get that sense of community back.
Well, I think that's an important aspect of people's lives, and I think that's one of the things that was interrupted and really affected the whole country, maybe the whole world. And that was COVID, when we locked everybody down, and then, the fear of getting sick and people dying, and didn't really know much about what was going on at first. And so that really has affected the ability for community. And so, I think that's really an important aspect of, getting connected. And we talk about that in our church about, reaching out to neighbors and, just having a get together and just hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
So I think getting back to that would be a great thing to do. And I like that. One of the things we've been trying to do this last year, and we're still working on it. I have a nonprofit that's associated with my Dr. Don business. You may not know this, but I have the counseling business, which is New Life Counseling, and then I have the Dr. Don business, which I have a nonprofit. And one of the things we're doing with the nonprofit is trying to get geared up so that we can go out to the rural communities and set up telehealth sites in churches or community centers. And so that's one of our goals for this next couple of years, to see if we can't, get some grants, get some money so that we can get that started. We're also looking at using the nonprofit to get grant money to help with parents and families that have kids that are in the area of autism. There's a lot of services that are needed for those families, and it's really costly, and most of them are on Medicaid, Medicare, which doesn't cover everything. And so those are some of the things that we're trying to do to reach out in the community and meet that. I think the other thing is that unless you are, you graduate from a master's level program that is what we call KCREP accredited, that's the DOJ wrote language so that the only people who can actually take TRICARE and work with vets through TRICARE is having a degree from an accredited university with KCREP. Now, I graduated way, way back before even KCREP existed, so I used to work with vets personally, and I've had to hire people who come from the newer degree programs so that we only have a couple people now that can take TRICARE. So that's the other aspect that most people don't understand when the federal government and the DOJ changes language in terms of the mental health issue. Yeah, there's just a lot of work that has to be done. There's a lot of education. I wish we'd be spending billions of dollars into mental health as we have been in helping people like Ukraine. So I think there's got to be some equity somewhere, but we still have work to do.
Yeah,
that's why I'm still 67 and still working.
Yeah, well, I hear you. After the first of the year, you need to send me some stuff on that Dr. Don stuff, and I'll put another commercial together and run it and put it in rotation for you.
Oh, sure, that'd be great. We're just getting that up and running for next year, so we'll be doing coaching, consulting, along with the counseling. So
yeah, well, I think
I'm excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, we'll put that on the network, and that way it's running Monday through Sunday. You get some extra. That way people know about that, because I think it's important people know about the resources out there. So it's there. So. All right.
Well, I appreciate you, buddy, and I appreciate you talking about it.
Well, no, we haven't had you on in a while, and part of that's my fault, but I wanted you to enjoy your fall too. So,
well, I appreciate that.
I just I'm anxious to get the Dr. Don show on so we can get that on the Outdoor Call Radio Network.
You bet. We're working on it and trying to get that done in between everything else. I had to go back to a full-time schedule for this year because of the demand and the lack of counselors. So,
all right. Well, we're
going to do okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Just I'll get a hold of you towards the end of next month and see if we can start that in February.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, buddy.
That's all right. Can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Well, right now they can find me at home, but don't come here. I'm just kidding. New Life Counseling, we have a location in West Des Moines and one in Ankeny, as well as one in Pleasant Hill. But they can call the number at 515-964-5003, or they can go to the website, newlife-counseling.com, and all the information's there. You can see all the pictures and videos of all of our counselors and read all about us.
Yeah,
you can connect right from the web.
Yep, David said thank you. He said there's some very important stuff being discussed this morning. Thank you for making the time for it. You're welcome, David. So, all right, Dr. Don, Merry Christmas. We appreciate you.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, and make sure you ask the great questions.
I'll work on my questions.
Okay, buddy. Take care.
Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. There he goes, Dr. Don Gilbert. Super nice guy right there. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to
Yep.
protect what matters.
You know, I know that's not hunting and fishing related, but that's really important stuff out there, especially for our vets and first responders, and want to make sure all our neighbors are taken care of, right?
Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a Slick Trick? Slick Tricks are one of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on the market. Slick Trick just added to their arsenal with a new Torch Slick Trick. This mechanical head is a clear game changer. The Raptor Trick, Viper Trick, and Magnum heads are still available, as well as the standard Slick Trick that just won another award for Best Broadhead. They all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your game. Bow hunters need gear they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Don't trust it to a head that may not deliver a short recovery. For more info, go online to www.slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick broadheads and tag your game.
That's more than that. We had about 14 on.
For what?
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot?
Really?
Is your
Just
hunting,
one?
fishing,
Just
or
one?
utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool
That's
sharpener
nice.
before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable
Morning, Hoyt.
flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at WorkSharpTools.com. That's WorkSharpTools.com. Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the district of Prairie Trail in Ankeny and is now serving fresh salads.
Morning,
and
John.
sandwiches
Good to see you, buddy.
The Olive Tap is your destination for the finest
Morning,
cooking
Neil.
oils, spices, and
Hoyt, I'll have to look at that later.
salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries, with unique flavors like Tuscan herb, basil, spicy garlic and Parmesan, smoky bacon, and jalapeno, just to name a few. The Olive Tap also offers special oils like avocado and walnut oils, not to mention 20 different varieties of balsamic vinegars, including raspberry, strawberry, hickory barbecue, sour apple, dark chocolate, and many more. The Olive Tap carries sauces, spices, seasonings, jellies, and other fine cooking items that anyone who cooks would enjoy. They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the Olive Tap at the district at Prairie Trail, 1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105 in Ankeny, 515-964-1065, or at theolivetap.com.
If you're into the outdoors, whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as possible since 1999. Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm just not. Yeah, I know. I'm not bored. Jake says, you look bored. I'm not bored. I just don't. I feel like I've been hammered, folks. I'm sorry. I'm just now getting over the crud I got. Just don't have a lot of pep this morning. Sorry.
Check out all these Camprite.
I'll be back to myself next week.
At camprite.com. That's camprite with a K.com.
As we head to the fields this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any...
Brad, I'll have to look on that. I don't know if I know what that is.
That should include bandage.
I always use a quick stand from Pine Ridge Archery Products. It attaches to the bottom of your bow, to your riser, or your limb pocket, And it's just right there, and you take it off real quick, or you can shoot with it on. I'll have to check. Good morning, Kurt. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
And provides protection from the bush as he or she runs through. Be careful and have fun. Remember, this is what most of our dogs were born to do. This message has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary Hospital. For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact Dr. Steve by phone at 515-9865-PET.
We got to do a live show for the Super Bowl the week before Super Bowl.
This is the
A lot of
Outdoor
pop.
Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Christmas Sports Radio 1350 ESPN.
Outside our door, let's let it all in. Children.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. If you have never won anything from the Outdoor Call Radio, I'm gonna get some people that have never won calling in. 244-1350, 244-1350, and if you get through, I will make sure that we take care of you. But it's Christmas, and I got 2 or 3 gift boxes I need to award some people from Lotta Pop Popcorn. Big old red Christmas boxes. So give me a holler if you've never won, and I'll make sure if you get through that you might have a chance of winning. Good morning, Justin. Good to see you. 244-1350 is the number to call. Sportsman's Warehouse Fishing Report, East Okoboji Lake. The lake is almost entirely iced over with about 4 to 5 inches of ice in most areas. Use caution when going out. Water holes have been iced over for more recently in the South Bay. Water levels about 10 inches below crest. Black crappie bite is good. Try small jigs tipped with a minnow, tube jig, or a bobber. Bluegill fair using 2-jib plastics and other small jigs. Walleye bite is being fair on crawler harnesses, crankbaits, and minnows. Yellow perch minnows work well but may need some sorting. Lost Island Lake, ice thickness is being reported at about 6 inches in most places. The walleye bite is good. Try spinners, crankbaits, and shallow shad wraps. Evening bite is also improving as the water cools. Brad, I think I called the spider bow. They have an archery field and sports. Thank you, Carrie. A spider bow holder. That's what attaches to the turkey seat. Minnewassee Lake, ice thickness is around 6.5 inches for fishermen traveling on foot and some light machines. Black crappie bite is good, so is the bluegills. Silver Lake, ice thickness is 4.5 inches. Walleye bite is good. Spinners, crankbaits, and long and shallow shad wraps are producing some good bites. Spirit Lake, the lake is almost entirely iced over with about 5 inches of ice in most places. The best ice is on the south end and Anglers Bay. Marble Beach accesses have many holes. Well, Chris, you'd have to come and pick it up, buddy, so that'd be a long drive for you. If you're in the Iowa area, give me a holler. Yeah, because I can't ship those out, Chris, but I'm sorry. My buddy Chris Hall. Let's see. Muskies are good. Muskies are good. Wow. Watch for holes that have recently iced over.
Can I get your name?
Muskie bite. Try crankbaits, bucktails, and rubber baits. Walleye bite is good. Bite is hit or miss at dusk. The day bite is improving. Many anglers have started to fish in shallower with slip bobbers along the weed edges. Try spinners, crankbaits, and long and shallow shad wraps. Look for weed lines to troll or jigs to jig off of. Yellow perch, small jigs tipped with a minnow. Sorting may be needed. Have a caller?
Mm-hmm. Justin.
Let's go say hi to Justin real quick. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning.
What are you up to?
Well, getting ready to do some Christmas shopping.
Well, hey, I can help you with that. Would you like a big giant box of Lotta Pop popcorn?
Well, that'd be awesome.
Well, tell me what's another name for Santa Claus?
Kris Kringle.
There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Congratulations.
Woo.
Did Andrew got a phone number? All right, we'll call you after the show, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. I appreciate you listening. All right, that was easy. 244-1350. Let's see. I think I got 2 more I can give away. 244-1350. Next Saturday, we will do a best of, just to give you a heads up, because it's Christmas Eve and Andrew doesn't want to work. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you. West Okoboji Lake, many of the bays are starting to freeze over, but the majority of the lake is still open. Use caution areas such as Emerson Bay have spotty ice conditions ranging from 4 inches to open holes spotting the entire area. Water level is 10 inches below crust. Black crappie bite is fair. I'm going to have a hard time reading, folks. I'm sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. Bluegill bite is good. Use tube jigs, plastics, and other small jigs. Walleye bite is fair. Crawler, harnesses, crankbaits, and minnows work well. Yellow perch are fair. Use small jigs tipped with a minnow. Some sorting may be needed. Most lakes are now almost entirely frozen over with good enough ice to walk on. Many lakes also have ice slush layers excuse me, on top of them due to recent warmer temperatures and rain. Larger lakes may have holes that have recently iced over. Use caution when going out. A good amount of snow is in the forecast, an area which will make reading ice conditions more difficult. Rapin, skim ice is forming in the coves, making fishing difficult. Lake Rapin has no walleye report. How about that? All right, I think we got all that. 8:29 and some change. Let me hit a real quick break. We come back, we'll see if Smelter's going to be calling in. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Yeah, I knew that was going to. I know I was going to start losing my voice.
Pain all day?
Oh, man.
And you can get help to relax. Have you heard of Emperor One? Emperor One is a U.S.-based company that is helping folks reduce pain every day. I've been using the Emperor One CBD lotion and salve on my knee and back, and I have seen incredible results in pain relief. It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications that can cause me stomach issues to get relief. Emperor One offers lotions, drops, gummies, and other CBD products that have been helping folks all around this country. These products are totally natural and are not habit forming. They will just help you start feeling like your old self again. So
I got a
if you're
bad
looking
feeling
for
you and I are going
natural
to get
way
kicked out of the
find pain
playoffs.
relief or reduce your daily stress,
I
please
don't
go
like
check
to hear
out
that.
EmperorOneCBD.com.
Jeff's team.
EmperorOneCBD.com.
Why did you drop J.K. Dobbins?
You know what? Because at the time there was little thought that he would actually be
it's even more
back.
important
Can't
to make
do
sure
that,
your
Andrew.
home is the
Can't
right
be dropping good
temperature
players,
and
man.
comfortable.
He wasn't a
Now is
good
a great time
Well,
to
he
call
got
the
20-something
experts at
points the other
Wyckoff
day.
Heating and Cooling
I
at
get
287
that, but
6000 to schedule a
You
check
just
on
helped
your
Jeff.
current heating and cooling systems.
And he didn't need
Is
any
your
help.
I
He's
house
got
know, but
McCaffrey.
he was like that's one game. He has not had a
can solve that issue
you know of the several games he played for me. He horrible.
Business that has been
That's
serving
the only
Iowa residents and
game
businesses for
of
over
8
70
points or
years.
higher
They
he
offer
has had this
24-hour
entire
service
season.
and programs like
Somebody
the
call?
Peace of Mind plan for less than $15 a month.
Smelter.
So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business
It's
heating
like
and cooling needs.
I didn't
One
think
call to
you'd do
Wyckoff
that.
Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
Oh. Good morning. How's it going?
Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter?
Yeah.
I would like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa is a
Oh
statewide
yeah, of
organization.
course. You know, it's nothing to. If you're a Siberian guy, this has got to be.
Stan
nice
wants to know when we're going to have the contest up for the big deer hunt.
Gosh, it has been just absolutely.
Probably right after Christmas. I got to get. Morning, Jake. I got to get Larry to get the landing pages and stuff. So, at the latest, it'd be first couple of days in January, folks. Couple weeks.
Oh man, no! If I was in like Texas, I'd be okay.
We'll make it super easy for you to enter.
Or Florida. It doesn't snow very often in Florida.
That's going to be a big prize, man. Whoever wins that's going to be that's a trip of a lifetime there.
Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors?
Yeah.
Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very thing.
Absolutely
Whether it's
crazy.
one of our 5.0 or
Yeah. I know they're kind of kooks down there, so I may just go to Georgia.
Morning, Susan.
with the new Tacticam fish cam that's totally waterproof and ready to
Yeah,
record some
I'll
awesome
take it any
fishing
day.
action. All the Tacticam cameras feature 4K resolution, Wi-Fi compatible, feature live stream capabilities. With over 2.5 hours of record time,
Yeah, that's fun. That's the point in which I go, yeah, why do I live here?
The Tacticam remote lets you hook up multiple
Yeah,
cameras to one
every
remote
year I
and
ask
capture
myself,
more
why
angles
do I
and
live
shots
here?
like never before. So when you're ready to record your next hunting or fishing adventure, don't forget to take your Tacticam camera.
Oh yeah, get to, and then like.
Tacticam.com for more info.
It's best to do it in
Morning,
the
Richard.
summer.
Just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh.
Hope you're doing well.
We got about 40 seconds, and we will be right in
or
with
may
you.
not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease.
Joe got a puppy?
The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If
I'll probably be there, Brad, if I draw. So, just depends, buddy. You gotta win it first, Brad. But I like the positive attitude.
repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. A limited clothing will retain its effectiveness for the
I know the only two people that can't win it's me and Andrew.
The treatment is odorless and invisible.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality game.
Larry Mack can't win it, so there's 3.
GameHide.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Oh, we're having technical difficulties. Oh, here you go.
Gonna take you for a ride in my brand new car.
Love those.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. The show's brought to you in part by our good friends out at Herman's Fine Jewelers. You can find the fine folks at Herman's at 2900 University in West Des Moines. They've been helping people for over 30 years. 10,000 diamonds and mountings and stocks. They do in-store jewelry repair, custom jewelry. Always options are available. And if you're trading or selling treasure that you just don't wear anymore, Herman's can help you out with the best prices in town. Herman's Fine Jewelers, 222-2600. Tell Donnie and Frank I sent you. They'll always take good care of you. That's where I always go when I need to get something for in the jewelry area. Let's go see what Smeltzer's doing this morning. Good morning, Smeltzy.
How's it going today?
I'm sicker than a dog, bud.
You are?
Yeah, I'm better, but I couldn't even do the show Wednesday. I was so sick.
Ooh, that's no fun.
Yeah, I went down to see my mom, and mom's not doing really good, and I was driving back, and I just started feeling bad. So I didn't. I don't know what I got. I don't have COVID, and we got tested for that.
Like influenza is going around too, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I just either had a really bad cold or what. But I don't think I had a fever. But man, I have no energy whatsoever.
Yeah, getting better though. You said.
I'm getting a little better. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah,
little by little.
I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit this morning.
Yeah.
So hey, I got a letter in the mail from you. What was that about?
Well, I don't know what
Put me on a spot right here.
Yeah, it had like a sticker or something in it for the truck. You don't remember? You don't remember emailing or mailing me that?
Was it from me or was it just from the dealership?
It was from you. It had like the sticker on for my truck. You know, like the sticker that has all the miles per gallon and.
Oh, I don't know why they'd send that to you. Well, I mean, it was probably from the service department or the Quick Lube, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. You just have to take a picture of it for me, and then I can tell you what it is. So.
Yeah, it looks like how it's always how trucks, the vehicles have the window stickers that tells you all about the vehicle. That's what it looked like.
Oh, so it's the window sticker. Got it. Okay. Yeah, because there was, I think there was an option missing or something like that on the actual, not the vehicle itself, but on the window sticker. So so there was an error, is all I guess I should say. Is there was an error on these window stickers.
Yeah.
So GM has sent out new window stickers to customers just so they had an updated window sticker. So.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Are they going to give me some money for not having the right option?
No, you have the right option. It's just the wrong sticker.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So no, either way, they're not going to give any more money.
Yeah. I just got to tell you, it just burns my biscuits that somebody can get $4,000 or $5,000 back right now off a new GM, and I didn't get nothing.
Well, that's if you get like a 4-cylinder, so it's not like the ZR2 that you got now. So that's not even close to that stuff.
Really? Because I saw.
Be that burned.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I was watching TV yesterday because I was feeling. I had my blanket.
What happens is you watch TV.
I had my blanket on me and my blankie on me, and I had some tea, trying to feel better. And here comes this big old Silverado ad for a ZR2, and then it says save up to $4,000 right now. And I just started muttering that smelter.
Yeah, select models. So the ZR2 is not part of that. So,
Okay.
so you'll probably get some good rest now that I told you that. So
I'll probably sleep a little better.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's only because they do have rebates out like that, but it's on the four-cylinder Silverados out there. So they have a 2.7 turbo that they have, and it's I believe this is the second, if not third year with it. And so that's kind of the the heavier part of our inventory that we have in stock now is those, because for a while they didn't have parts for the 5.3 V8s or the 6.2 like yourself V8. So that's all we could get was these 2.7 turbos. So they have a little bit bigger of a rebate on there to try and get them moved and stuff like that. So
What's up with the Trail Boss custom Trail Boss?
So there's two Trail Bosses. You have the custom, and then you have the LT. You have the LT, so the LT is going to be more options. You can get leather if you want. You can get bucket seats. You can get heated seats, heated steering wheel,
I've got all
power
that.
driver's seat. The custom, in my perspective, is like the custom is like a glorified work truck. So it has the Trail Boss look, but you just don't get the options that the LT has. So on a custom, you get no heated seats, no power seat, no bucket seats, no heated steering wheel, no dual climate controls, no rear sliding window. So there's a lot of options that you just don't get. So that's the custom. So
Okay. Well, I didn't know they had another type of Trail Boss.
yeah, and whenever you see a Trail Boss, and if it says Chevrolet on the grill and says the bow tie, the Chevrolet will tell you that's a custom Trail Boss. So that's how you can kind of identify which is which. So
Okay. All right. Well, I just like I said, I was paying attention. So.
well, I appreciate it.
Now, anything else happening?
Not much, just getting a little bit more inventory in, which is nice, and then just getting ready for holidays up 7-8 days now already. It's coming up quick.
Yeah. You got big red bows to put on trucks for everybody?
I got a big red bow, I got a big white bow. So yeah, we have a little bit of everything for everybody.
Wow, white bows this year.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Changing it up a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, we're Andrew doesn't want to work next week, so we're not gonna do a.
None of us want to work.
You deserve some time off with all the stuff that you put him through.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really put him through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No donuts.
Yeah.
Every single week.
Yeah. That's all right. So if someone wants to come and see you to get something before the holidays, how can they do that, Mr. Smeltzer?
I'll be around. I will be off next Saturday and obviously Sunday, and then back the following week. But and I'll be here all this week too. But 515-480-5554, and then hopefully, if I don't talk to you or everybody else, have a great Christmas and New Year's Eve coming up, or New Year's coming up. So.
Hey, Carrie wants to know, what are the rebates on the new 22 trucks? Is there a listener discount? Do you have to bring the truck back for service, or can I use it in the dealership in Iowa City?
What was her question? I'm sorry, about the 22s?
Yeah. She said, hang on. She says, what trucks are discounted for the new 22 trucks? What are the discounts? Is there a listener discount? I guarantee you he will take money off if you're a listener, right, Joe?
Yeah, I will definitely take care of you, yeah.
Yeah,
there's up to $2,000 in rebates, and this is just rebates. And that's like on a LT 5.3 V8, and I do have some 2022s here as well. Let me see what the 4 cylinders are, because like I said, those are typically just a little bit more is what they are. The 4-cylinder rebates on these is, let's see, we got 1,000, 5,000. So we got 2,500 on the 4-cylinder Silverados, and then you can get another 2,500 if you got a Chevrolet that's a 2017 or newer. So I mean, there's up to $5,000 rebates on the 2022 4-cylinder Silverados. and service can be done at any GM store throughout the United States. So
Yeah,
any
well,
warranty work that
yeah, she lives up by Iowa City, so she'd be all right. But Carrie, yeah, call Joe Smeltzer, Carl Chevrolet in Ankeny, and ask for him, and he'll take care of you. Just tell him you listen to the show.
Yep.
There you go. There you go,
All right,
Smeltzer.
guys. Hey, thanks so much, and have a great day.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
You too. We'll see you.
All right.
Get feeling better.
I will. Thank you. There he goes, Smoking Joe Smeltzer. All right, I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the
You're
bank?
not going
Why not fill up at Central Standard
Huh?
Restaurant in
You staying
Waukee?
here for
There's more
Christmas?
than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes
Yeah.
waiting for you.
You're
at Central
welcome,
Standard
Carrie.
Restaurant.
He's a good guy, Carrie. He'll take good care of you.
Smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few. Central Standard Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese special.
You just put in for the draw, Brad.
The shakes are just like
You're going to have to get the units and stuff. Whoever wins, Donovan, I'll have the units that you put in, and then
chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are
if
always available
you don't
as well.
draw the first year, you'll have a preference point, and then you'll draw the next year. That's how that works. Morning, David.
It'll become one of your go-to places. Carry-out is always available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222 Southeast University, Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere. Central Standard
How's my
Restaurant.
fantasy football team doing? I got a first round bye. So did Andrew. We had the two top teams, but I'm a little worried because these other teams are starting to put some points up. So
Yeah,
ain't looking
it's not
good
looking
yet.
good.
It's not looking good. And I've had some players get hurt. So I had the #1 team all year, and I'll probably lose in the second round.
That's okay, Dan. I'll take you out easy.
Well, I'm not playing you.
Relationships and your work. The staff at New Life.
I got to play Jeff.
Yeah.
We work with you.
You got to play Zeeble.
No. Which is worse?
There you go, David.
We're here. Please consider calling us for
I don't know.
I think I'm going to be okay. If I have my guys, I mean,
You're hurting a quarterback right now.
not with Mahomes.
Oh, that's right. You got Mahomes. What'd you pick another quarterback up for?
We are here to help you when you need
Because Murray's out.
Well, I know, but if you're not going to play another quarter in
You
case
love hearing that
something
old
happened to
Tom sound
Mahomes.
off while you're in the
It's
field.
only an insurance policy. I've seen it happen
Check
before. A
out
guy
live
goes
action
out, then
decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here.
Yeah,
Live
just-
action
there's
decoys are one of
insurance.
the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy
You get some
while
Christmas
you're in
music
the field
ready.
turkey hunting.
Yeah.
Wade and Teresa
Yeah,
got
Okay.
gobbler decoy, and then
So I
apply
got-
their patented system
I picked up
that
some
allows you to
new.
raise your decoy's tail fan up and down.
Thank you, Steve. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Let's see what
Walk
this
that
one is.
tom
This
up and
one's-
back while it's on the platform. Live action decoys are so
What do you
amazingly
think on this? It's a
lifelike.
country thing.
I don't care. Just get 2 or 3 things because I might have you finish the show playing
Plus, the
music.
good thing is they're made
I'm
right
starting
here
to
in
lose
the
my
good old
voice.
US of A. For more information about live action
I can
decoys,
always-
please check them out on Facebook or call them.
Huh?
I can always say stuff too.
What are you going to talk about, Ding Dong?
You know what? I don't know.
Outdoors
If
Dan,
I had
They're
planned it,
going to help
it'd be
you be
different.
more
But
successful in the field this year.
In the mood for a great family
Yeah, a
treat or a
couple
special
athletes
gift
who are
idea?
hunters.
Hop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard at Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the
Most
fresh
of
hot
this
flavors
is
like
not
caramel,
bad.
caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in
Did
Ankeny.
get some like
Marley and
scary,
his crew can
spooky
help you pick out
sound
the perfect
music.
variety pack, tin or gift
I'll
package.
have you listen
Lotta
to,
Pop has
see if
everything
you
you'll
want
need
any
from
of
ready-to-eat
those.
popcorn to all the
I thought
fixings
it was
to
like
make
a
great popcorn
cinematic
at any
type
event.
thing because those do a
Everyone
good
loves
job
popcorn,
of
especially when it's from Lotta Pop.
like hitting at
It's
the
the
right
same great
time. It's not
popcorn
too
you'll find
long
at the
or
Iowa
too
State
short. You
Gates,
hit the
locally
right
grown and popped to
dose
perfection.
at the right time.
It doesn't have to be
Lotta
like
Pop can help with any
scary,
special
just
occasion,
weird.
corporate events, and
Yeah.
special fundraising
So I
occasions.
got a
For
few
more
that
information, contact Lotta Pop
we
at
can take and listen to.
515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in? Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you.
The onX Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking Yeah, we'll be spots, back New Year's Eve, Kenny. Just not going to do. We're just not going to do next Saturday. The onX Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. onX is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. So, if you want to always know where you are and have the ability to save information that will help you be a better hunter, and we'll do Wednesday next week at your app store today.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Had a bunch of people asking about the contest we're going to be doing. Basically, it's going to be an all expense paid hunt to Triple H Outfitters. It includes your food, your lodging, and your guiding. The only thing that you're going to be responsible for is your tag and your transportation to and from. Okay, and then we I always encourage you to tip your guide. That's going to be on you as well, but that'll save you $4,500 right there for the hunt, and you're going to be able to see some of the best whitetail country and out in the nation. This is where we go and film Respect the Game TV. I've been hunting out there for, 16, 15, 16, 17 years. Super nice people. You're going to love it out there. You're also going to get a brand new Elite bow. You get some K-Mod clothing. You'll get maybe a free shoulder mount from Jones Brothers Taxidermy and some other fun stuff. So it's going to be a big prize. We'll start letting people qualify for that here in a couple weeks as soon as I get the landing page and everything built. And how this will work, whoever wins, Kansas is a draw state. So the prize will be good until you draw. So it'll take you at the most 2 years. So you'll have a spot to fill. You don't need to worry about that. But whoever wins, Donovan will walk you through the application process, and we'll give that away sometime in April when we start turkey hunting. So you can put in for the drawing. You have plenty of time to get all that figured out. So, but we're going to be promoting that on Respect the Game TV every week and on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. So. Yeah, the only thing you'll need to do is just when you sign up for it, you're going to need to listen to the app, because that's where we're going to announce the winner on the Wednesday drive on the app. So, other than that, it will be easy peasy. So, let's see. I need to tell you before I lose my voice about Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. I talked to him the other day. He told me to tell everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you're new to the area or just looking for a new dentist, Dr. Scott, Dr. Brandt, Dr. Williams, and Dr. What's the new doctor's name? Kemper?
Yeah, something.
I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll take great care of you over there. Obi-Wan's my dentist because he uses the Force to calm me down because I'm such a big baby. But if you need help with cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, or just general dentistry, they're voted consistently the best family dentistry practice in Ankeny every year. And there's a reason why. It's because they're so nice over there. 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. You can call them at 964-1490, 964-1490. Or go check them out anytime at AnkenySmiles.com. Good folks over there. Tell them Outdoors Dan sent you. All right, I've got one more gift box to give away. If you've never won anything on the Outdoor Call Radio, call me 244-1350, 244-1350. And if you do that, I'll make sure you win when you call in. So it's always nice to get some new blood on the show.
Holiday winners. Gotta love some holiday winners.
Well, it's a nice big box of 3 or 4 bags of popcorn. I mean, who
personally
wouldn't want that?
Yeah, you have to continually stock yourself up.
And they're red boxes. They're like big red boxes. So thanks to Arlie and everybody at Lotta Pop for helping us out with those.
What better way to have a Christmas party host if you're going to do anything like that? What better way to do that than with Lotta Pop? I mean, it's kind of curtailed perfectly for parties.
Gary said he just went through the Pines Resort up there and getting ready to drive out on the ice. He wishes I was there. I wish I was there too, Gary, man. Good luck spearing today. And thank you. You said to get better.
Yeah, you got to get better.
Yeah, I'll get better.
It'd be a bummer to be sick on Christmas.
Well, I was sick all week, so I feel better. I'm just no energy. So
Yeah, that's okay.
Nobody calling? Really?
Not yet.
Really? 244-1350? Really?
Yeah. I mean, close.
Well,
maybe they're still thinking about how Tina is going to give her husband diamond earrings.
I don't think Mike's going to get those earrings.
You never know.
No.
I don't think. Who are we to say?
She can do whatever she wants with them, so nothing wrong with that.
But congrats. That's big. And Lollipop, I mean, again, Lollipop is like a huge thing for me. I got to get some more. I've emptied my tin already.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
And I got it last month. I blame kids, though.
Yeah, it's good snacking for the kids. Lollipop, Arlie does a good job over there. So
And the flavors that they have, they like the, I mean, they love the colors. I mean, the rainbow, I love that.
Raven loves the kettle corn.
I know. I'm kind of partial to the kettle corn, or even just the butter. You know, just the butter flavored.
Yeah, I can't sit down and try to eat it because he's right there in my lap wanting popcorn.
Yeah.
A dog.
Hey, you know, that dog, I swear.
He's a big pain in the rear. So
Sometimes you go, man. I mean, whatever Jenny gives is all.
That dog gets fed better than most people.
I can't say much.
She made him meatloaf the other day.
Meatloaf?
Meatloaf.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm not leaving here anytime soon.
Oh no. Why would you?
Yeah. You got it made.
Yeah. You got some Christmas music?
Well, I do. We have just about a minute and a half. And then we'll be
then I'll just tell everybody thank you for helping us all year. Appreciate you listening in, and sorry that I'm down today, but Melissa Bachman will be on the show. Let's see, when is she coming? She's coming on the show here in a couple weeks. So I don't think we've ever had Melissa on the show, and I had somebody ask me about, can you please try to get a hold of her and get her on? And she does a great TV show, and she's a super nice person. She's a great ambassador for the outdoors. So we'll have Melissa on here in a couple weeks. Hey, Hurricane. Good morning, Steph. Good morning. Hey, Brant. Good morning. So anyway, we'll have Melissa on here in a couple weeks, and we got some other special guests coming up first of the year. So we'll start talking more ice fishing too. I got some ice fishing stuff lined up. So yeah, little Vexilar talk.
Oh yeah.
What's better, a Vexilar or a Fish View?
Well, I don't know.
Most people.
I'm gonna guess Vexilar because it sounds something out of a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
It's like watching a video game. It's crazy. All right, we're going to get out of here from Andrew and I. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas, everybody. If you need something, just get a hold of me on Facebook. You can always drop me an email and go to theoutdoorcallradio.com on the website. My email's right there. Thank you, Paula. Merry Christmas to you. I appreciate that. Now I'll get better. You guys be good and stay warm next week. It's going to be cold. Until then, God bless you, and keep it here on 1350. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas. We'll see everybody on Wednesday. So be good until then. If you need something, let me know. Otherwise, have a good weekend and be safe out there. See you, everybody.